Welcome back. Well, the Texas Book Festival is happening this weekend. Most of the events are in and around the state capitol, but that festival goes beyond what's on the printed page. Some of the country's top chefs are taking part, and among them, Austin's own Louis Lambert is here to join us. We are so honored this afternoon, Louis, to have you. Thank you so much for being here.
Shannon, thank you for having me.
We really appreciate you being here. You know, most people know you as the man behind Lambert's downtown, but
well, myself, Larry McGuire, and Tommy Mormon, they let me hang out there sometimes.
Very popular, very good restaurant here in Austin. You have also written a cookbook, though, which I'm actually going to show here. You have written this cookbook, Big Ranch, Big City, and I kind of want you to tell me about it and tell me what went into this and what kind of stuff can we find in here. What
we were trying to do in writing the cookbook was try to capture kind of my evolution as a chef. I grew up in West Texas, where we have been in the ranching business for about 7 generations. So a lot of my youth and foods of my youth are rooted in that West Texas kind of ranching community. Well, I left the West Texas, the ranch, when I went to college. I went on to culinary school at the CIA in Hyde Park. I worked in New York, I worked in California, Austin, Dallas, all the big cities. So it's kind of a culmination of my youth and then where I've gone to today in my food evolution.
Right.
So we're trying to capture both the foods of my youth and the foods that we serve now.
I mean, what goes into creating a cookbook? I know that's kind of a general question, but you know, it must be all the years of your experience.
And you know what, Shannon, for years people have said, why don't you write a cookbook? And I didn't want to just compile a bunch of recipes. I wanted the book to tell a story. And about 2 years ago I said, you know, I think I'm ready to do a book. So what I was trying to do was get the foods of my youth from West Texas, foods that I cook today for family and friends around the house, and then foods rooted in the restaurant that have a little more flair, a little more culinary chops to them. So that's what we were trying to do.
I have to ask you, because you're obviously a renowned chef. But
yeah, well, you and my mother think so.
Everybody knows. How do you create recipes for a cookbook like this that somebody like me, who has very little cooking experience, can make?
And that's what I was trying to do by combining the things I cook at home, because I cook much differently at home than I do in the restaurant. At home I don't have dishwashers and all these prep cooks, so I keep it simple and very approachable. Those are the foods of my youth, and the foods that I cook today on a daily basis, whether I'm doing it for family or friends. And so I did half the recipes are very approachable that even you could cook and would love to serve your family and friends. And then the other half are a little more ambitious, things that we would do in the restaurant, things that take a little more time and energy.
So we are seeing some of those dishes. There are some of the pictures from the cookbook. Tell us what you have planned for the festival and what you'll be cooking for the crowds and really what we're seeing on our screen right now.
I am excited to be at the Texas Book Festival this weekend. Central Market, who I do a lot of cooking classes around the state for, is hosting the cooking tent. So on Saturday at 11:30, I will be doing our Bach braised beef short ribs, something you could do, and some of our green chili grits that go great with that. So I'll be on stage for about an hour on Saturday, 11:30, and then afterwards be signing books.
Very exciting. Okay, so we've got that information there on your screen. Louis Lambert wrote the Big Ranch, Big City Cookbook. If you want to check out Louis's cuisine, you can always go to Lambert's downtown, or you can just head to the Texas Book Festival this Saturday. As we mentioned, he'll be cooking and talking about this cookbook in the Texas Book Festival cooking tent. Sounds like it's going to be very exciting. Check out the cookbook, too, if you can. Louis, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you, Shannon.
We really do appreciate it.
When am I invited to dinner?
Anytime. You can cook for me anytime.
No, you're cooking.
Okay, we'll see about that. Thank you so much for being here. Sean?